It is Roberto, Wakerel Cruz, here from the Post Millennial and back from England. So I went on a little vacation. I hopped across the pond and went to go check out England, a country that Canada has storied history with, plenty of history, and it was fantastic. I had a great time, but it wasn't all good. In fact, there was a bunch of things that I hated. And that's why we're gonna go over the things that I hated about England in this video, things that I disliked about England. So let's get right into it. Things that are worse about England, starting with the toilets. Now, this seems like a weird place to start, but it is something I used every day while I was in England, as most people, any healthy person should. And let me tell you about the toilets. They're square. They're a square shape for some reason, and there's not enough water in them. Here I'm used to a big, plentiful, basically a pond full of water in my toilet, but over there they try to preserve water. I don't know. You're an island. You're surrounded by water. Why don't you just fill it up? I like a nice splash, and not to get too graphic. But I also found the bathrooms to be a little dungier, though more private. They are more, the doors go right to the ground, which I did like. But another thing I hated about the toilets is that all the buttons are on the wall behind you. So if you wanted to flush, and they're all buttons, there's no handles, which I also hated. I'm very used to my handles here in America, North America. Just the nice flush. It's more satisfying than having to reach and push. Another thing that is worse about England, the light switches. Now, North America really got it down pat with the light switch. Thomas Edison probably invented the light switch. I'm not really sure about that, but what we did get right is the big, nice click of the light switch. Over there, you'll see a photo here. The light switches in England are kind of like, they kind of look like a nose, or when they're turned on, and then the other way when it's off. Not really good, and what I really don't like is the outlets. Now, the outlets, as many people know in Europe and England, are different than our cozy, beautiful, screaming face outlets that we have here. Over there, they look much different, and what I really don't like is that you can't fit them you can't put it in your pocket comfortably. There's no way for you to carry the plug comfortably, and then when you go to plug it in, you need to make sure oftentimes that the switch is on for the plug. So if you plug in your phone after a night of a few drinks and you just leave it there, you wake up the next morning and your phone's still dead because you forgot to turn on the switch. Horrible idea. Just leave it on the whole time. Or are you afraid of vampire energy or whatever? That's stupid. England, fix your light switches. Another point for North America and Canada. England, bad job on that one. Another thing that is much worse about England and Europe as a whole, and a lot of countries actually, I didn't know did this, the money. Now, the money is different sizes, which I don't know what the purpose of that is. The £5 note is really tiny, and the 20-pound note is really big.
So you can tell what note is it by just looking in your pocket.
What are we, children? You know what else you can tell by? The color. All you need is
you can't tell the color in your pocket. You go like that and you can tell if it's a 10, 5 or 20 just by reaching your pocket.
No, it's ridiculous because when I have it in my wallet, right, and all these bills are sticking out, the 20s are poking out while the 5s are all comfy at the bottom. Ridiculous. And they have these coins, they're called pound coins, and they literally they weigh a pound. They are massive. They are big, chunky coins. I'm used to slim, slender, beautiful, sexy coins over here in North America, while Canada has multicolored, uniform-size bills done correctly. They're playing around still. They still haven't gotten that down right, which is insane to me. So, England!
Stupid. I'm disagreeing with this one.
Fix your dollar bills. Another thing that I hated. I hate this. The roads. Now, here in North America, my beloved home of Canada, even in Montreal with such a European influence, we have a grid system. And it rules. It is the correct way to build a city. Now, I'm not holding this against England. As many of you know, it is much, much, much older than Canada, and they didn't really think about cars. They probably built these roads for foot traffic. But the problem is that you can walk in one direction and just be totally lost. You can end up north if you're walking east. It makes no sense. And you can actually, this is a measurable thing. Did you know that if you're a London taxi cab driver, you can do a brain scan of that person and tell that they're a taxi driver because of how much different shit they have to remember, all the directions they have to go, how insanely unnavigable the whole city is. It affects their brains. Whereas a Montreal cab driver, probably much smaller brains, which I like. So England, maybe a little late for this one. Probably can't fix your roads, but fix your roads. I don't like that. Yet another thing I really hate about England. What is that fizzy lemon lime drink called here? It is called 7-Up or Sprite, depending on the brand. Over there, you know what they call it? Lemonade. Lemonade. It is not and you know what they call lemonade? You're not going to believe cloudy lemonade. And they came to this name because, well, it is a lemonade that is cloudy. So of course it is. So why is it's a fizzy drink? No aids are fizzy. Oh, maybe a point to this one. There's a drink over there called Lucozade. I do like that. Very sugary. Got me going after a long night out. So I will say, good job on that, but bad job on lemon. Figure out lemonade. It's Sprite. It's Sprite. The last thing I did not like. Okay, so it's not that I disliked this. More so that it got annoying was the accents. How do you guys all actually talk like that all the time, even when people aren't watching? I don't buy it.
All right, ladies and gents, comical poem suitable for the occasion, extemporized and thought up before your very eyes. All right, here we go.
I feel like when I'm not there, people are talking in a normal accent, and then as soon as I walk into the room, they really like pump it up or something. There's no way everyone's just talking like that all the time. That's insane.
Yo, Elder.
Smithy boy.
Money my squad.
Check it, man. Yo, safely.
Whoa, we right. We right. Yo.
Don't get a fuck if I'm on the mic, cause I'm...
How does your mouth even work like that? If I tried to do any accent for more than like 2 minutes, as a party trick or something, I'm tired of it. So how do you just go for your whole life? Not good. England. I know you invented the language or whatever, but I feel like we're doing a heck of a lot better job over here speaking freaking English. Learn English, England. Learn English. Thanks for watching, guys. Look, it wasn't all bad in England. There was plenty of things I did like, which is why you should tune in for our next video where I will go over all the beautiful things of this fantastic country that I visited. Again, from the Post Millennial, let us know down below if there's anything that you don't like about England. My name's Roberto Cruz. And thanks for checking in. Nice.